Juan Soto is a New York Met, and this is insane. What an unbelievable deal. The largest deal in sports history. Let's break it down on this episode of 3 Up, 3 Down. Welcome in, everybody, to 3 Up, 3 Down. I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, and we are going to be breaking down the massive signing by Steve Cohen and the New York Mets. The baseball landscape has shifted forever. The Mets are no longer going to be little brother in the city of New York. They are the top dog right now after prying away one of the Yankees' star players for 15 years, $765 million. What an insane deal. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on your way in. Shout out to each and every one of you for the support. I have been saying that he's been going to the Mets. I didn't have any inside sources, but it was my gut feeling as a Blue Jay fan. I'm a little bit torn here because he's out of the AL East. He's not going to the Yankees, which is my most hated team, and he's going away from the AL East, which is good, but the Blue Jays ultimately didn't get him. Let's take a look at the deal. Let's not waste any time here. 15 years, $765 million contract for Juan Soto with the New York Mets. And the crazy part about this, no deferrals. No deferred money, according to sources, and has escalators that could reach above $800 million. This is the largest deal in professional sports history. It's absolutely insane. Jeff Passan, John Heyman, they were the first ones on this news. I got to do the quick math here, but let's see, 765 divided by 15, it's $51 million a year. So not a bad payday for one of the best players that we've ever seen in the game of baseball. I mean, this is legit right here. 765. I mean, that is legit, man. That is legit. Nothing more you could say about it. Juan Soto is going to be a New York Met, presumably for the rest of his career, and I cannot wait to see him go back to Yankee Stadium and be villain number one, public enemy number one. He brought them to a World Series. He was instrumental in doing that, but no longer do Yankee fans care for him. He is now a New York Met for presumably the rest of his career, and this is an insane amount of money. $765 million. Granted, it is 5 years longer than the deal that we saw Shohei Ohtani sign last offseason. I think this is a ton of money to give out to a guy who doesn't have the same amount of impact off the field as Ohtani does, and obviously not on the field either. Ohtani's a two-time an MVP in this league. He's a Cy Young caliber pitcher who's going to be back on the mound. And when I was looking at the options here, the Mets pushed the Dodgers to 6 games. They pushed the Dodgers further than the Yankees did. It was in the NLCS, not the World Series. I get all of that, but still, with a couple of more additions here, the Mets are going to be serious players to be looking at in the National League, and this is huge. There's no other way to slice it. This is absolutely massive. And I said this changes the landscape of Major League Baseball forever. It absolutely does. When was the last time we saw a New York Yankee leave the Yankees and go to the New York Mets for this amount of money? We've never seen this amount of money, first of all. So that's number one. And number two, I can't remember the last time a guy willingly left the Yankees to go to the Mets and spend the entirety of his career there. We saw Luis Severino do it, but a bit of a different scenario there. This is serious bread that we're talking about here. And Juan Soto set career highs in home runs last year. He was amazing hitting in front of Aaron Judge. Like, this is a player that had amazing insulation with the Yankees. I don't know if he's going to have that same amount with the New York Mets now. They're probably going to have to get Pete Alonso back in that lineup, which I'm sure they will, but 765, that exceeded the number that I had in my mind. I thought it would be around 700 to 720. 765 is just an unprecedented amount of cash that is going to be rolling into the bank account of Juan Soto, and good for him, man. He got paid. We knew he was going to get paid. I thought it was going to be by the Mets. It ended up being the New York Mets, and I just wish the process didn't drag on for so long, but it has, and he's going to be a New York Met now. He's going to be in Queens, and I mean, this is it. There are no opt-outs, no deferrals from what we're seeing online. So for 15 years, he's going to be a New York Met unless another trade materializes. He's already been on 4 different teams. This is going to be his 5th team. Spent a year in the Bronx. He was fantastic there. But the one telling sign to me was when he was on the top step of the dugout after Game 5 in the World Series and was basically taken in the Bronx and Yankee Stadium, and it seemed like a little bit of a farewell to me. It seemed as though Soto was saying goodbye to the Yankee faithful, to the roll call, to whatever was going on all year. And I mean, shout out to him. He was a loyal soldier in his 1 year there. He put his body on the line for the team. He did everything that was asked of him, but ultimately, he's going to Queens now. He's going to spend the rest of his career there. And when he goes back to the Bronx, he is going to be jeered and booed, and everyone is going to hate him, and it's going to be glorious. Like, New York Mets fans are smiling from ear to ear now. They had the highest payroll in baseball last year. Half of that payroll was playing on a different team in the form of Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander, but who cares? You are back in the picture now. You operated as sort of this small team last year, but you're back, baby. You are back. They pushed the Dodgers to 6 games, and here we are, 15-765. It's nuts. It's nuts. I got my buddies texting me who's a Yankees fan. He's in shambles. He is in shambles. There's no other way to put it, and I'm excited to see what this looks like. I'm excited to see what it turns into for the New York Mets. I don't know exactly how it's going to play out, but you got to believe that he's going to do very well there. And again, let's see this contract. No deferrals. Could get up to $800 million. That is some serious bread, man. That is some serious bread. And Juan Soto got paid. He got paid big time. What do you guys think of this deal? Let me know in the comments section down below. I am absolutely floored at the number that we're seeing right here. 15-765. Nuts. Nuts. I was expecting 700, man. I did not expect it to go this far, but let me know in the comments down below. And a quick word for Baseball Town before we wrap up. I want you guys to check out their website. They're your one-stop shop for everything that you need baseball or softball related, whether it's cleats, gloves, batting gloves, bats. They got you covered. The best equipment at the most competitive prices. They got 3 locations in Canada. They ship worldwide, so check them out today, baseballtown.ca, and let me know in the comments down below, people. What do you think of this deal? Nuts! Nuts! Let's take a look one more time. Wow. See you all tomorrow.